When people talk about one of the most respected couples of our time, two names almost always enter the conversation: Barack Obama and Michelle Obama, from their years in the White House to their continued presence on the global stage. They've long been viewed as a powerful example of partnership, mutual respect, and shared ambition. But beyond the historic speeches, high-profile appearances, and worldwide recognition, their relationship has always been rooted in something far more ordinary and relatable: marriage, a family, and the everyday struggles that come with both. Not long ago, Michelle spoke openly in a candid discussion about her life with Barack. Her comments offered fans a rare and genuine glimpse into what their relationship has truly looked like behind the scenes. In this video, we're taking a closer look at Michelle's honest thoughts about marriage, raising their daughters, and the lessons she gained while living one of the most public lives imaginable, long before the presidency and the global spotlight. Michelle and Barack were simply two ambitious young professionals trying to build their futures. They met in Chicago during the late 1980s while working at the same law firm. At the time, Michelle had actually been assigned to guide Barack as his mentor. Looking back today, Michelle often laughs about those early encounters. She has mentioned in interviews that Barack showed up late the first time they met, which wasn't exactly a great start. Still, something about him immediately caught her attention. It was his curiosity, his passion for making a difference, and the way he spoke about his hopes for the future. Over time, their bond developed gradually. Long conversations, shared ideals, and a deep friendship laid the foundation for what eventually became a lasting relationship. Even then, Michelle sensed that life with Barack might come with unusual challenges. Marriage is rarely simple, and when your partner eventually becomes the President of the United States, the demands of life can increase in ways most couples will never experience. In recent interviews, Michelle has spoken honestly about the difficult periods in their marriage. She explained that balancing Barack's political ambitions with family life sometimes created real strain. There were long days, frequent travel, and the heavy pressure that comes from living under constant public attention. Michelle has also acknowledged that during certain years, she felt much of the responsibility for raising their children fell on her shoulders while Barack focused on his career, rather than hiding those experiences. She believes discussing them helps others understand that even strong relationships require work. According to Michelle, marriage isn't about being flawless, it's about dedication, honest communication, and growing together through different phases of life. For her, one of the biggest challenges wasn't politics at all. It was motherhood, raising their daughters, Malia Obama and Sasha Obama. Inside the White House was a unique situation that no parenting guide could truly prepare anyone. Michelle has frequently talked about how important it was for her daughters to experience as normal childhood as possible despite their extraordinary surroundings. That meant establishing clear rules, expecting them to complete chores, and reminding them that even though their father held the highest office in the country, they were still responsible for their own behavior. Michelle has even joked that within the walls of the White House, she was simply mom, not the first lady, not a public figure admired around the world, just a parent making sure homework got finished and curfews were followed. Of course, growing up in such a visible environment also brought pressures. Few young people face their lives were constantly observed. Every action could attract media attention. Michelle did everything she could to shield them from that spotlight and allow them space to grow. Another theme Michelle often speaks about is balance. During Barack's presidency, she had to manage many different roles at once: mother, partner, public representative, advocate for causes she believed in. Each role demanded time, attention, and emotional energy. There were moments when it felt overwhelming. Still, Michelle credits open communication with Barack as one of the reasons their relationship remained strong. They learned how to listen to one another, how to support each other through stressful moments, and how to recognize When one person needed more help, she often points out that no relationship is perfect. The important thing is continuing to show up for each other, even during difficult times. When the Obama family left the White House after the 2017 presidential transition, life changed in a major way. For the first time in years, their daily schedule was no longer controlled by the intense demands of the presidency. Michelle has described that period as both freeing and emotional. Their daughters were beginning their own adult lives, and the rhythm of their family was shifting. With fewer public obligations, Michelle and Barack were able to rediscover parts of their relationship that had been pushed. Aside by political responsibilities, they had more quiet dinners together, more personal conversations, and more chances to simply enjoy each other's company away from the spotlight. What makes Michelle's reflections stand out is the level of honesty she brings to these conversations. In a world where many public relationships are presented as perfect, she chooses to speak openly about disagreements, frustration, and the realities of long-term partnership for many people. That honesty is exactly why her words resonate so strongly behind the achievements, the headlines, and the historic moments are two individuals who have spent decades learning how to grow together through life's changes today. Michelle Obama and Barack Obama continue to inspire people around the world, not only because of what they have accomplished, but because of the way they talk about love, family, and partnership with such openness. Their story is a reminder that even the most admired relationships require patience, effort, and a willingness to face challenges side by side. And as Michelle continues sharing her experiences, one message keeps coming through clearly. Marriage isn't about being perfect. It's about building something meaningful together, one day at a time. What are your thoughts on Michelle's honest perspective about marriage and raising children? Share your opinion in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this story, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more fascinating celebrity stories and behind-the-scenes insights.